Hello online students, this is the tutorial to make a color splash. So on the left hand side of my screen I have the step-by-step directions that are posted in your Canvas page in that Google slideshow. This week there are going to be 7 steps and you're going to end up with a pretty cool looking image. Again, if you're confused, if the tutorial doesn't make sense, if you miss a step, please rewind and re-watch the video, and then of course you are always welcome to email me if you need any help. So the first direction, it says to open up a colored image in Photoshop. That is important, that word color, so you cannot start this project with an image that's black and white. It will not work. You have to start with an image that is in color. So I'm going to go ahead and open up an image of some flowers that I had taken a while back. Let's see. Let's use this one. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. So step 2, it says to unlock my layer. To do that in Photoshop, I'm just going to come over here and I am going to unclick the little lock button. So it has changed it from background that is locked to layer 0. So that's the second step. The third step, it says duplicate this layer using Command J. So on my keyboard, I'm going to hold down the Command key and then I'm going to hit the letter J. So now I have layer 0 and I have a layer 0 copy. Step 4, it says click on the top layer, aka that layer copy. So I'm going to make sure that's clicked. I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, Black and White. So in Photoshop, I'm going to go up to where it says Image. I'm going to go down to my adjustments and I am going to select black and white. And I'm going to leave this up on the screen for just a second so you can see. Image, adjustments, black and white. You'll get something that looks like this. As you can see, it'll go ahead and auto make your image black and white. You don't need to mess with any of these. Just go ahead and select OK to accept that change. The next step, step 6, it says using your eraser tool, erase one colored portion of the image. So I am going to erase this flower. Your eraser tool, Command key, shortcut key E on the keyboard, is it looks like a rectangle with part of it filled in. It's about halfway down in your toolbar. Again, the shortcut key for it is E if you are interested in those shortcuts. So I'm going to select my eraser. If you need to change the size of it, that is up top. So you can just use your slider bar here to change the size of your eraser. So I'm going to make this eraser a little bit bigger just so this can go quicker. I'm also going to use Command plus to zoom into my image. So again, Command plus zooms in, Command minus zooms out. And I am going to erase the colored portion of my picture. If I messed up, like I got a little green piece right here, I'm going to hit Command Z on my keyboard to undo it. So I'm just going to spend a minute erasing back the color of my image. And this eraser is pretty big, so I'm going to go back up top. I'm going to change it back to a slightly smaller eraser. That way I can clean these edges up. So when I go to grade you guys on your projects, part of what I grade you on is called craftsmanship, which is just an art term meaning, you know, does it look nice? Is it messy? So if you have some really crazy edges, and I can tell you rushed through it, you don't score quite as high for craftsmanship. So make sure you really take the time with your photo just so it'll look as nice as possible. And again, if you accidentally color an area, you can hit Command Z to undo it. The next step, step 7, it says finish by changing levels and contrast located in the adjustments panel on the right side. So over here where it says adjustments, we're going to change your levels. Looks kind of like a little mountain top. So I'm going to click those, and I'm going to use these slider bars to add a little bit more darkness and to just bump up my brightness a little bit more on my flower. And then I'm also going to change the contrast of my image. So the contrast again is over here in the adjustments panel. Looks like a little sun. And here you can play with adding brightness and contrast, which is going to up the blacks and the colors in your image. Okay? Ooh, that's a very vivid flower now that I've upped the contrast and brightness. And then once you have your image edited and it's the way you want it, you're going to go File, you're going to save it as, and you're going to name this. I'm going to name mine Color Splash. It's going into my artwork folder. It's saving as a Photoshop file, so I'm going to hit Save. And then again, remember you're going to need to save it again. Save as Color Splash. This time I'm going to make it a JPEG, that JPEG file, and I'm going to save it. This JPEG file is what you need to submit to Canvas. Okay, so you're going to have to go back to your Color Splash in Canvas. You're going to have to add that JPEG, and that is what you need to do to get your points. If you have any questions, again, please email me. Please let me know. Hope you guys have a good day.